Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, welcome to a new vlog. I'm Leigh from Mortgage Free Leigh. I talk about money and mum life on the internet, and today we're doing an Aldi food shop. You guys love these videos, I like taking you along with me, although the food shop is admittedly not my favourite thing to do. This week I'm going to be trying to do my food shop on a £150 budget. Now if you've seen these videos before, it's always been a £100 budget. However, I almost never stick to it, and the food shop is never for 1 week. I'm always like, oh yeah, £100 food budget for a week shopping. My food shopping is never for 1 week. So this food shop today is going to be for a week and a half. So I thought, why am I not giving myself a week and a half budget? £150 for a week and a half. So that's what we're doing. If there's one thing I absolutely hate about the food shop, other than having to go to the shop, it's making a shopping list. I would say that is a mental blocker to me doing the food shop. However, I know it's absolutely essential for me to do a food shop list in order to do a successful food shop. And even more so this week, because in all of the previous Aldi shopping videos, I have said I'm on a mission to improve my family's health and well-being. I want to be eating more whole foods. And we've definitely increased the amount of whole foods, and my focus on it has been great. This week I want to take it up a notch. If you've watched my charity shop haul videos, you will know that I got this Deliciously Ella cookbook from the charity shop for £3.50. Absolute bargain. I also got a Tim Spector Food for Life one. That's a Zoe brand if you've ever heard of that. And they're both just very much whole foods, plant-based cooking. I'm actually pescatarian, so I don't eat meat. My family are not pescatarian. However, by default, they eat less meat because I don't eat it. Obviously, when the kids go to school and childcare, they eat whatever's served there. At home, we make them ham sandwiches. We'll make them chicken nuggets, that kind of thing. But if we're ever having a family dinner, obviously we tend to end up eating the same thing because that's the goal, right? And my husband definitely ends up eating way less meat than he would like because I don't eat it. But every time I leave the house, he has a steak. Like literally, every time. So I've picked some recipes out of this Deliciously Ella cookbook to help me make my food shop list. If you've never seen these videos before, just to set the scene, we are a family of 4, we have 2 adults, 2 children, 1 is 2, 1 is 5. As I say every time, my kids eat some of their meals at school and childcare. So there's quite a few meals that they eat that I don't have to budget for because it comes out of my childcare budget, if that makes sense. But we need all the kids' breakfast, the kids' suppers, all of the adult meals, snacks, some evening meals for my kids for like the next week and a half. It's Thursday today, so we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the week after that. I probably won't buy absolutely everything that I need because by the time we get to the following weekend, it would have gone off. But we're going to get most of it. We do have Gusto coming this week. That has not had to come out of our budget because it has some referral credit. So we have 3 meals for the 2 adults coming with Gusto. Let me tell you what I ordered. So we're having spicy king prawn and cherry tomato spaghetti, teriyaki pasta with sesame greens, and warming king prawn buna with rice and naan, which all sounds amazing. And one of my favourite things about Gusto is that it causes us to cook from scratch because we don't want to waste the ingredients. So I'm happy with the content of those meals in terms of them being more whole foods, less processed. So I've kind of done my list a little bit different this time. I've made like a list of things that I want us to be having for breakfast, lunches, dinners, just like ideas, and then I can write down all the ingredients on my shopping list. So for breakfast, I had omelettes, scrambled egg, breakfast bars. Then I picked a couple of recipes out of the Deliciously Ella cookbook. I'll show you which ones they are. This is like pan-fried balsamic tomatoes. I thought that looked great. And I mentioned this one to my kids, which is apple pancakes. I think they would love this one. I think it would be a really good weekend breakfast. So those are on the list. And then there are some like staple things that we get. Weetabix. My kids go through Weetabix like nobody's business. Crumpets, Greek yogurt and fruit. For lunches, me and my husband have got 2 pretty standard work lunches that I always get, which is jacket potatoes and the ready cooked Aldi salmon with half a pack of quinoa, some lime juice or lemon juice. That is one of my favourite quick work lunches. The only thing is, Aldi are a little bit inconsistent on whether or not they've got that in. Then I picked a few more recipes out of the cookbook. For peanut and sesame noodles, which sounds right up my street. Creamy kale and mushroom salad. I actually like kale. I'm as shocked as anyone to be saying that. And a red lentil dal. And also we'll have like sandwiches, especially on the weekend with the kids. They literally, my daughter, if you would let her eat only sandwiches for every meal, she would. And then for like evening meals, along with the Gusto recipes that we've got coming, I've put salmon, like salmon broccoli potatoes for like salmon Sunday. We've got this bassa and kale potatoes thing that is like an old Gusto recipe that we recreate. Because obviously when you get Gusto recipes, you get the cards so you can recreate the recipes. And we love that one. And then I was really conscious that it was very fish heavy in the evening meals, so I picked a veggie one, which is like a stir fry. If there is one thing that I will stand by, it's that you should never ever food shop or shop for anything in fact for your ideal self. So my ideal self eats kale and drinks smoothies. My actual self wants a pizza on a Friday. So we're gonna buy a pizza for Friday because otherwise we'll end up needing to get takeout or going to the shop to get one thing and spending £40 because you just do, don't you? So we're gonna be getting a pizza in. And then obviously I need snacks for the kids, and I've got chocolate banana muffins from the Deliciously Ella cookbook on the list because I really want to make my kids snacking healthier. I will hold my hands up and say my kids do not have the best diet. When my daughter was little, we did all the green things first, used to make her pancakes from scratch, all that stuff. However, my son has come into this mix with my daughter at an older age, eating completely different things and going through a fuss pot phase. So now I feel like they have way too much sugar and not enough good stuff. So I'm gonna start making them some snacks so that at least I've got some control over what's in them. I definitely feel like I've rambled about what we're planning on eating though. And I need to get moving, get to Aldi, get all of this stuff, get it back here, and I will show you absolutely everything that I've bought. We'll talk about how much it cost, we'll go through the receipt, it's gonna be awesome. Before I go, I am gonna buy a gift card on the Everup app. We do this every week. I am obviously a money-saving mum, and I like to get cash back on absolutely everything. It's very difficult to get cash back on Aldi, so what I do to hack this is I buy a gift card on the Everup app. You can't get cash back on Aldi, but you will get their virtual coins. You can then use those coins to play their free games, and you can win some cash back. I generally end up with like a minimum of about 2% cash back in winnings. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that bought. I'll do the spins and I'll let you know what I won on the spins later. One thing about me is I do not like having lots of little bits of money left on different gift cards everywhere because it just gets too overwhelming. So I'm actually just gonna buy a £125 gift card because I feel like it's more likely I will definitely spend that and use it all up. There you go, you can see I got something crazy like 11 million coins or something, which we'll use to play the free games later. Let's get my bags, let's get my trolley coin. If you know, you know. Let's go to Aldi. I'll take you with me, some lovely music on top, we'll get back, and I'll show you the haul. Somehow, this has ended up being one of the biggest shops I've ever done. I'll go through everything with you in a minute. I will just say though, I did not enjoy that shop. Literally nothing about it went right. Firstly, I've spent so much money. The roadworks, the traffic on the way there and back wasn't great. There was not that many people in Aldi, but we were literally all under each other's feet, like everyone was in everyone's way. And then when I was at the till, the woman who was supposed to be working the self-checkouts was having a right old gab with the woman who was serving me. To the point where I literally know what hotel she's going to on holiday, how much it cost, what's included in that, and the fact that she's not going to get her lashes wet by going in the spa. So I'm definitely feeling what I like to call people rage. Okay, let's go through this. I might have to pack some of it away as I'm talking because there's that much stuff on the table. There's also extra parts that you can't see here that, yeah, there's so much stuff. So the fruit and veg section is huge, which is great. It kind of goes all the way back there, all the way along there. This is exactly what I wanted. I think I naively thought that because of that, this shop would not cost as much. That was not the case. I got 2 packs of bananas, 1 normal size, 1 mini size because you get 7 in these and that's about perfect size for my kids to eat. Those are for snacks and bacon. 2 jacket potatoes. I got the wonky carrots this time. I didn't get the wonky carrots last time, but this time I actually think we're going to use all of these carrots. Courgettes I got a 3-pack of. One of the recipes called for Romano peppers, and I'm going to be honest and say I don't really know what a Romano pepper is. So I got these specially selected sweet pointed peppers, and I'm just hoping they'll be okay. I got a family pack of salad tomatoes, 2 avocados, some white onions. I was going to buy the big pack, the more value pack, however, some of them look really nasty in there and I just thought I was better off with these that I could see properly. I got some raspberries, I got baby spinach, and I also have kale under there. I've got some Maris Piper potatoes because I do think that those are the best for making chips and wedges and things like that. Chestnut mushrooms, I had to get 2 packs because I've got a recipe that requires them as well, and I want to put them in things like omelettes. Got some baby cucumbers for the kids and a big cucumber. I got a 3-pack of just like regular peppers. Got some pink lady apples for my husband, and then these ones were on the Super 6 for the kids. I picked up a few things that were 50% off. I just hope that they actually applied the 50% off at the checkout because I have to do it manually. So I got cherry tomatoes, which are for a recipe. I got some tender stem broccoli, which was 50% off. And then I decided to try this purple sprouting broccoli for another option for tender stem broccoli because it was actually cheaper. Let me just move some of this off the table because I literally cannot see. Okay, that's a bit better. Carrying on with fruit and veg, I got some spring onions, some mixed chilies, some limes which were 50% off, some lemons which were on the Super 6, and some blueberries. And I think that's it for fruit and veg, but it was a hefty section. If we come over to like the snack section, obviously I plan to make some of the snacks for the kids, but I got some of these munchie bars for my husband because I feel like we never have enough snacks for the adults. I got some cookie individual packets for the kids. I got some jelly pouches because they were on offer. And literally about 6 of these yogurts. These are so good to put in like a lunchbox for my son. My daughter won't eat them, but my son will. I got some of the sea salt and Chardonnay vinegar crisps that we like. Again, just for a slightly better snack for the adults, I got some rice cakes, chocolate covered ones. Who am I kidding that the adults are going to get a look in on those? They had the beef flavour hula hoop multi-packs, which is great because the kids are obsessed with beef flavour hula hoops, as am I, and I honestly don't think that these are as good as actual hula hoops, but they're cheaper and the kids don't care. I got 2 packs of the Aldi organic Mamia rice cakes, and then this is one of the things where I had to pay more because they just didn't have any individual packs of apple puree, which was kind of annoying because now I've had to buy 4, but I need it for a recipe. For proteins, I got 4 cans of tuna, some unsmoked batter. This was the last pack. I feel like people are catching on to the fact that batter is so much cheaper than cod or haddock. Some of the cooked salmon and the lightly smoked raw salmon. Oh, and some ham for the kids' sandwiches, and that is it on the meat. Then we can come over to like the freezer section, and I've also got a few random bits and bobs. So breads, I got these giant garlic and coriander naans and some white bagels. That's literally all I got on the bread front. Weetabix for the kids. Then freezer-wise, I got some sweet potato fries that we love. These are staples. I pretty much repurchase these every week. So some nuggets, corn nuggets, and some corn sausages because we've literally got none of both left. I decided to go for the cheesy hash brown this week. Again, we are completely out of hash brown, so I went for the cheesy ones. Some garlic bread to go with pastas, and some breaded onion rings because I've been missing having these like when we have burgers. Then in terms of kind of pantry things, I got 2 cans of beans because I think we're out of beans. Got some walnut halves which are for a recipe. I got a big bag of fusilli. I just kind of fancied that for something different. We are actually running out of pasta, believe it or not. I got some butter, some hummus, some eggs. These were not as expensive as they are in Tesco at the moment. Britain is having some kind of egg crisis. I got some coconut milk that was for a recipe, some almond milk for recipes. I had to get a tiny jar of jalapenos because I don't plan on going to Costco anytime soon and I'm completely out, which is a travesty. Some hoisin sauce, honey, paprika, some pine nuts. These are insanely expensive. Like a seed mix, red lentils, barbecue sauce, corn flour, some Dijon mustard. Again, they didn't have just like the single pack of dark chocolate, like a higher percentage of actually dark chocolate, not the one that just says dark chocolate but isn't dark at all. This is about 50%, so I had to get these mini bars. Some squash, mayonnaise, some smoothies for the kids, orange juice, Greek yogurt, and then 2 of the Nescafe Ultra Rica Dukes because we are completely out of coffee. I went to Tesco the other day and I was not paying the amount it costs for a tiny jar of Ultra Rica in Tesco. It was not happening. I've also got some coleslaw, some cheese, got some coriander over there. I had to get potted because they didn't have the packs, which I prefer. And then this massive jar of peanut butter. This is 100% nuts, no palm oil. It's really good, clean ingredients, but I had to get the big jar because it just made sense. It'll last for ages, way beyond the week and a half that this shop was supposed to be. Did I mention I got fruit shoots for the kids? I did. Okay, I've got a couple more things to show you, but before we move on to that, I just need to say that this day, this shop is not going as I planned whatsoever. I think I've dropped everything I've touched today. I almost broke all of my toes. It was to do with like a trolley thing to move a door in our house. Anyway, when I came home from shopping, one of our cats had peed all over the floor, which stank. My cat is just lucky that I strongly believe in pets for life. And I've just managed to tip corn flour everywhere, basically. So if I'm full of flour, you know why. Yeah, the day in the shop is not going to plan. Anyway, let me show you the last of the things I got from Aldi and then we need to talk about Tesco. So I got 2 pack of kitchen roll, however I've had to open them immediately to mop up my cat's pee. Nappy pants and a huge pack of toilet roll. So that's the Aldi shop done. Then I went to Tesco. And I will say everything in my Tesco shop is almost exclusively non-essential. But I wanted to go and get the last stuff. I mean, there's nothing I hate more than going to a supermarket after I've just been to a supermarket. But that is the pitfall of shopping at Aldi. So from Tesco, I got our pizza for the weekend. This was on offer. It's one of our favourite pizzas. Aldi just do not do a pizza that I like. I got some oat milk. It actually turns out that I have purchased quite a few things that I didn't need to buy. I did check the cupboards for a few things before I left, but clearly didn't check well enough because I bought almond milk. We already have almond milk. I bought oat milk. I've got another oat milk in. And there are a few things like that that I just really didn't need to buy. Look at this one. Do you remember when I said I don't have any jalapenos? My husband's been telling me I've got no jalapenos, but I didn't check. Absolutely loads of jalapenos. Didn't need to buy the ones I bought. Don't get me wrong, nothing that I've double bought will get wasted, but it's just frustrating. I got some rigatoni from Tesco because it's cheaper than the rigatoni at Aldi, and I do think it's worth getting rigatoni for certain pastas that we make. Got some rock salt because we were out of it and Aldi don't sell it. I got a tuna pasta bake, like mix thing. Jason's sourdough. This is one of the things I like to buy every week to set me up for the week ahead. If I've got a loaf of Jason's sourdough and my sparkling water, which I will show you in a sec, my life is infinitely better. So these things are worth spending the unnecessary money on for me. Sparkling water, I got a few different kinds because there were a few different offers on, so I stocked up because it's quite expensive when there's not an offer on. So these were $2.50 and so were the other ones that I'm going to show you. So I got some San Pellegrino dark Morello cherry and pomegranate, and also San Pellegrino tangerine and wild strawberry. I got 2 of these that are my favourite, raspberry and blackcurrant aqua libra. If you're wondering why I didn't just get flavoured sparkling water from Aldi, these ones are natural flavourings, so they don't have sweeteners and things like that, and it just makes me feel a lot better about drinking them. And another thing I got that is very pricey is some kombucha. This is the best one, Remedy Wild Berry Kombucha. It is $5.50 for a pack of 4. I do sometimes manage to get cash back on it, but again, if I have this instead of an alcoholic drink, which I did last night, it's worth the money, right? I got a 9-pack of crumpets because they were £1 cheaper than Aldi in the long run. Aldi don't sell 9-packs. And the last 4 things, I'm kind of questioning myself on whether or not I should have done it. As you know, I want to invest in our health and well-being. I want to be eating better. I want to be making more stuff from scratch, less UPFs. I'll be honest, we do not have the best habits as a family. So obviously I picked out a few recipes from the Deliciously Ill cookbook. She calls for certain ingredients. Did I have to buy these ingredients? With the exception of one, no, I didn't. I could have substituted them for other things. But I wanted to make the recipes in the way they were intended to then know whether or not it was required to have those things, if that makes sense. So the thing I really did have to buy was tahini. That is in so many different recipes. The unbranded one was the same price as this Cypressa one, so I just got this because it looked a bit more authentic. Coconut sugar is in some of her recipes and I've never tried it. It's got a bunch of health claims on the pack, so I thought we'd give it a go. Not cheap. Spelt flour was required for one of the recipes. Again, I'm sure we could have used not spelt flour, but I wanted to try it the way it was meant to be made. And cacao powder. This is organic. Naturia is one of my favorite like healthy brands. So I picked this up as well, but this stuff cost me, like these last few things cost me. Let's run through the receipts really quickly. I'm not going to touch on everything because these receipts are huge. But I'll just call out things that either I don't usually buy or that are more than £2. So first up, orange juice, $2.59. Those little bars of dark chocolate, $2.85. That's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? But I wanted to get the higher dark chocolate concentrate. You know what I mean? Clearly I'm not a health guru. They did discount my cherry tomatoes, so that's good. £2.59 for tuna, £2.15 for the apple pouches, the little apple puree pouches, £2.19 for butter, £2.49 for cheesy hash browns, worth every single penny, £1.99 for onion rings, £2.05 for Weetabix, £2.95 for both of the Quorn products that I bought, £2.39 for eggs as opposed to the £2.70 we paid in Tesco the other day, £2.55 for the immediately required kitchen roll, £3.59 for nappy pants, £2.69 for the Pink Lady apples. It is a small pleasure in my husband's life, so we've got to let him have that one. £3.99 for the hot smoked salmon and £4.49 for the raw salmon. Those are always a little bit eye-watering. But if anything, I think I should actually probably be spending more on my proteins. The amount of fish that we eat, because I'm pescatarian, I kind of wonder sometimes about the quality of the ones that I'm buying. £2.19 for the Bassett fillets, £2.49 for coffee, I got 2 of those, £2.79 for cheese, £2.25 for the potatoes, £4.99 for toilet roll, and £4.15 for wipes. I feel like they're way more expensive than they used to be. So the total spend was £144.50. Now obviously I paid on my Everup gift card. I haven't done the spins yet, so I'm not sure how much I got back in spins. I will put the amount on the screen. So I needed to pay an extra £19.50 over the £125 gift card that I bought. Now technically I was within my £150 budget. However, I went to Tesco, didn't I? And in Tesco, I spent £42.08. That's with club card discount and also a couple of coupons that were on my account. Again, I paid on an Everup gift card, got some cash back from that. So as I said, all of my waters were £2.50 a pack, so that was £10 for the 4 packs. I have no regrets there, honestly. £5.50 for the kombucha. The cacao powder was £6.50. The spelt flour was £2.80. The tahini was £2.90. And I know that the coconut sugar was £3.50, and that was a club card price. It was supposed to be £4. Which means that the total before cashback that I've spent today was £186.58. I'll put the amount after cashback on the screen. What I will say about this is, yes, this didn't go to plan, but the amount that I've hated doing this shop makes it well worth it to me, spending this amount and then not going for a couple of weeks. I now intend for this shop to last us for 2 full weeks, because we'll have another lot of gusto coming next week, which will keep us going for them last few days to pull it out to 2 full weeks. Yes, we'll have to go to Tesco and get like milk if we've run out, although we do have milk delivery now, or like fruit if we've run out for the kids. But I don't think we're gonna need to buy a lot from the shop for the next 2 weeks. I will not be doing a big shop for the next 2 weeks. I will be going nowhere near Aldi for the next 2 weeks. So I don't know, what do you think about that? I feel like when it comes to YouTube, the temptation is always to make things look perfect. So, oh, this is my perfect £100 budget 1 week shop. When the reality is, I absolutely don't want to go in Aldi every week. I just don't want to do it. I'm kind of wondering why I'm doing it at all, to be honest. I really need to sort out a grocery delivery situation. So instead, you've ended up with my messy £186 kind of 2 week food shop. And just to touch quickly on the budget aspect of it, let's just be clear. We're not budgeting in the sense of we have only £100 to spend on our food shop for a week. We have the freedom and the fortune to buy the things that we would like to eat rather than having to base it purely off the money. I have never been about being the most frugal person on planet Earth. I want to enjoy the ride, and that is why I don't always make the cheapest choice. But I am always budget conscious and thinking about that and having it in the back of my mind and trying not to buy things I don't need or that I won't eat. I would much rather buy something more expensive that I like and I will eat than buy something that's cheap and waste it. So I don't know what you think about that. Do let me know. How do you feel about this being a bit of a messy food shop? Would you prefer it if I did these as a perfect 1 week, £100 budget situation? Let me know, be honest. What do you want more of in these videos? Should we go to a different shop? How does this compare to your family's food shop? Because I feel like we've got so much food, I'm starting to question if there's something wrong with us. But whatever you do leave me a comment. You have no idea how much dropping a comment on a video like this can help a little channel like mine. I'm Leigh from Mortgage Free Leigh. I talk about money and mum life on the internet. It's kind of chaotic. We do Aldi shopping hauls, we sort my life out, we do budget with me's. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, do click the subscribe button. If you're a regular watcher and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps me greatly. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one.